Yeah, I have to be careful in church. They don't like to talk about evolution and things like that. So I have to they base and improve themselves. Get much better. So not to offend, because some people are really good at that, so I try not to offend people. But science is science. And you guys have any questions? Oh, question.
What's the best way to get rid of blood mites?
I can't hear what you said.
Blood mites, get rid of them.
Blood mites? Oh, God. What do you have them on?
Nothing, I was just asking. General question.
Mites? Mites is a bad word in the reptile community. Mites is like, I mean, that'd be like saying, you know, you die and go to hell. I hope your snakes eat mites. Oh, my God, how dare you? You have to isolate all the ones that are infected with them. They're pets, they're parasites, and they are just tenacious. And the problem is getting rid of any kind of parasites in reptile communities. All parasites are cold-blooded. They may be invertebrates, but they're still cold-blooded. Reptiles are cold-blooded, so things designed to kill cold-blooded insects often kill cold-blooded reptiles. So there's specific things to worm them with and stuff. Panadol, things like that. You gotta usually get it from a vet, and you gotta be careful. You know, because that's the problem is the things that kill the parasites is not available. How much time is it? But so you got to be careful that that's another reason to not get wild caught ones. They don't do anything. They don't adapt well, and you want your animal to be happy and comfortable. But I also want people to do research because I get a lot of animals that are on the last legs. And how does it happen when we use an animal? Yeah, every time. Every time. He's like, my kid's like, maybe you should stop. I'm like, what? But it's like, oh my God, you know, it's Papa. And sometimes they come to me, like I had a leopard gecko come to me, owned by a teenage boy, no offense to teenage boys, didn't have any waterholes, kept it on sand, so it was constantly dry, and it wasn't shedding properly. It had like 4 levels of retained shed stuck to it. Now if a reptile gets retained shed stuck on their eyes, even snakes, because it's like a cataract thing, and it can make them blind. So like if you've got a snake, when it sheds, I have to check all the sheds for the little eye caps, because snakes don't have eyelids, they have little caps. Everything. And sometimes you see a snake and its eyes are this whitish blue color. We call that's in the blue. When a snake is getting ready to shed, the new skin gives off this kind of liquid, this watery liquid, that's kind of milky white. Kind of looks like skim milk, that whitish blue. But it shows up in the eye caps, you can see it, and that helps them slough it off. Most of the time, if they have, like, I always put little, like, tangled trunk rocks and stuff in all my things, so the snakes have something to rub their snout on. And then it's kind of like pantyhose, they just wriggle right out of it. Now, if it's too dry, or they've not been handled properly or something, or somebody puts the wrong bedding in a tank, but they can dry out. So you gotta soak them. Some animals do not want to be soaked. Some animals are like, no. Grimlock, our big snake, when we had to replace one of those glass doors, it was perfect because we could get out. I put him in the tub. I just had the shower running, the drain going. Lukewarmish water, and we would check him. Oh, there you are. Wet, you know, a tub shower thing? Wet. He was up all the way straight. Like, I don't really think that should be possible, but you're doing it, so I gather you're done with your shower.